Tell me what led you continue to go down that path where you spent a great deal of time by yourself and you just got farther and farther into the hole.
Yeah, I guess it's like alcohol is like an immediate thing that I was able to go to that mimics a lot of like GABA and dopamine, mimics a lot of the feelings of like being around friends or being around people. It was a way of artificially creating those social feelings without actually being in a social situation.
Hi, my name is Bob Johnston. I'm the director of the Drug and Alcohol Treatment Program at the Wichita Falls Faith Mission. I'm here today with one of my program students. His name is Hunter Rudkin. He's been with us for a minute, so we're going to interview him and let you meet him and get to know him a little better. Hunter, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Glad to have you today.
Yes, glad to be here.
Doing all right? You look a little nervous.
Oh, I've never done it. Never been in front of cameras before.
It's going to be okay. We'll try not to hurt you. So I'm going to ask you the same question I start with everybody. Tell us your story. Tell us how you got here.
So I was an alcoholic, addicted to several different drugs, but primarily alcohol. And at a certain point, it just got so bad, like I got in an altercation with my dad during a blackout and ended up in jail. And probably would be in prison right now if I wasn't able to come here and get my life right.
So would it be honest of me to say that you weren't in high school and said, gee whiz, I want to be an alcoholic?
Yeah, I didn't do that, yeah.
Okay, well, tell me how that happened then.
Well, I think one of my biggest mistakes in life was really just like I never considered or had it pointed out to me that there's like a future. So I never planned for like adulting. I just kind of like lived in the moment. And like drugs and alcohol, like immediately made me feel better, you know, immediately, like I could feel how I wanted to feel anytime I wanted to. It was like a control thing, kind of, you know.
So would you say you experienced some social anxiety when you were in school, when you were young?
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about this earlier. You're on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
You're autistic.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're highly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart guy, but sometimes a little awkward in society.
Yeah.
And how did that affect you in school and the way you looked at life?
It can be very difficult for me to identify with, they're called neurotypicals,
Mm-hmm.
people who are normal, you know, like, cause I just don't think like most people think. I tend to kind of think more cerebrally and logical. And most people, I guess, tend to veer on more of emotion, which I don't as much. So it could just be kind of hard to find people who I identify with on that level,
Mm-hmm.
on that frequency of you know.
Okay. So with that being said, you went through school. You had some difficult times in school. You did have some friends in school,
Mm-hmm.
but coming out of school, tell me what led you continue to go down that path where you spent a great deal of time by yourself and you just got farther and farther into the hole.
Yeah, I guess it's like alcohol is like an immediate thing that I was able to go to that mimics a lot of like GABA and dopamine, mimics a lot of the feelings of like being around friends or being around people. It was a way of artificially creating those social feelings without actually being in a social situation. And it was a very easy thing for me to do up until it got out of control.
Okay. And we had already mentioned a lot of times you didn't consider consequences for your actions. So you ended up in Denton County Jail, and you're there, and you're saying, I've got to change my life. What made you decide to call Wichita Falls Faith Mission?
I needed something completely new and different, because I've done like AA and stuff like that. It just never really worked for me. So and I also just needed, again, like a place that is completely separate to how I like viewed stuff,
Mhm.
you know? I just thought, because everything has to change. Like I can't just not drink. That's not good enough, because then I'm just going to be in situations where I will drink. I've already tried not drinking. That's not enough. I need to be able to change my mind. That's one of the most important things I've learned here is like agape love.
Mhm.
And being here with so many people for so long, I've developed social ties with people, and I've learned a lot socially while I've been here, just because I've been around so many people for so long.
Okay. So upon completion of 13 months, you're going to go back to court.
Mhm.
And the hope is what?
Uh, Hope I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning on future plans? Are you planning on staying here, Wichita Falls?
Yeah, I'm going to the transition house, and eventually I plan on also probably going to college.
All right.
So that's kind of a more long-term thing. But for the time being, probably for the next year or so, I'm just gonna simply go to church, go to live at the transition house, once I graduate, and then go to work. And those will be the only things that I do. Socialize with people,
Mhm.
go to work, transition house. That kind of cycle.
So we talked about this, that being alone, being by yourself is triggering for you. And that many times leads to substance abuse for you.
Mhm.
And so socialization, bringing you out of your shell, bringing you to a new place. Um, was that a pretty uncomfortable transition when you came here?
Yeah. I mean, I've been in other rehabs before, so I've had a little practice, but getting to know a whole new group of people can definitely be overwhelming, especially, and I've been here for so long, it happens kind of in waves, so I have to get to re-know a lot of people too. But yeah, it's gotten a lot easier as I've been here.
Okay. Continuing on the line of socialization, well, you're about to graduate. You're moving over to the transition house. We've been your support group for almost 13 months. You're now your new support group, your new friends, your new family, as it is going to be the church.
Mhm.
So how do you stay plugged into that group once you leave here?
Every Wednesday and Sunday, I go there. I'm gonna talk to Gary and ask to see if I can to see what he might have for me to do there, because I definitely want to like participate. I don't think I could do praise and worship, but maybe I could run the cameras or hold the door or take offerings, or I don't know. But I am a member of that church, so I want to do things for Gary, and for that church.
Which gives you something to do, say on Friday night or Saturday night, instead of staying home alone. You've got a group to hang out with, and
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants you or I leading singing for any reason.
Yeah.
Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Hunter?
Uh, I do want to thank you for bringing me here and for letting me stay, even though I messed up that one time. Because I want to thank the judge and Jeff and pretty much everyone, my parents, David, Gary, and all the programmers too, because they like iron sharpens iron, and I wouldn't have gotten where I am without their support and love.
We all love you, and we're all behind you, brother. Thanks for coming by today.
Yes.